Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
This episode was messy, this episode was shitty, and the girls are just like, I don't know. Like, these hoes are trifling. These hoes is too deep in the trenches for me. Y'all hoes is throwing horse dookie. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Big 3 is embarrassing this club. What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Scotty ho, shut the fuck up. Oh, girl. Heavy on that, girl. Shut the fuck up. Let's go ahead and get into the mess. I don't know about y'all, but that intro, that motherfucking intro hoe, Baddies, B-A-D, that, you know what, girl, when I tell you, baby, I turn up every single time that hoe come on. I'm sorry. I turn up every single time that hoe come on, girl. It's not Grammy nominated. It's not a top tier song, but hoe, I feel like it fits perfectly for the show. Now, let's go ahead and get into the mess. So, Fauna sneaks Summer mid-sentence, child. When I say mid-sentence, hoe, mid-sentence, pop that hoe mid-sentence, made the drink fly out her hand and everything, hoe. Knocked her head clean off her shoulders. Her head was on the floor, like I said before. Although I wasn't mad at Summer for throwing the drink at Fauna, because Fauna threw something first, and Summer was, being the friend that she is, child. Y'all know how they do. Okay, I was not mad at Summer for throwing the drink, but at the same time, I'm not about to act like you did not throw the drink and Fauna couldn't do nothing to you. So I don't know. I feel like it is what it is. I'm not mad at Fauna either for sneaking. How dumb of you to stand next to somebody that you just drenched in liquor, hoe. You made her go for a nice swim in liquor. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me that you just sitting next to her like everything is all cool, calm and collected. Everybody don't play like that. Why would you really thought that she was finna like be untouched? Like you really thought that you was about to throw a drink on her, stand next to her, and she wasn't gonna do anything to you, and you sitting there unbothered like you didn't just do what you did. Like, I don't know, I feel like you was playing on her. Like, I feel like you was playing with her. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you thought she was a pussy. I don't know, I feel like you thought she was a punk or something. Like, because what, girl? Anyways, so let's go ahead and get into the mess, okay? So like I said, I feel like Summer should have been on her P's and Q's. You knew what you did the night before. You threw a drink on Fauna when she did not expect it, so Fauna simply matched that energy, okay? I'm not gonna lie, that first hit ate down. It ate down, girl. Like I said, Summer's head was on the floor, okay? Summer's head was on the floor, okay? I said what I said. Summer's head was on the floor. The first sneak ate down. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed, okay? But I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what happened after that. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I thought the point of sneaking was to get the one up on the next bitch. I feel like she didn't do that. Like, Summer did not expect it at all. So therefore, you should have got the advantage from that point forward. I feel like she really didn't. I feel like she didn't. I feel like Summer should not be keeping up with you. Summer should not be tying with you, or Summer should not be getting the best of you. You fucking snuck her. Like, I never understand that. I never understand that. Now, y'all know I'm about to ramble. Like, just like at the Baddies Gone Wild reunion, baby, y'all was jumping Daisy down the entire time, and I feel like none of y'all was really getting the, like, I don't know. Like, what's the point of going into a fight unfair and not using it to like your advantage? Like, it just don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. But girl, I feel like Fauna did not take the opportunity and run with it. Like I said, she ate the first few seconds up. Girl, she popped Summer, and Summer was up on her after that. I'm not gonna lie. To me, I feel like it was a tie. And I feel like Summer actually had her swimming at the very beginning of the fight when she like realized what was going on. It didn't last too long, but I'm just saying, like, you didn't get her on the floor. You didn't have this whole leaking. You did not do anything. If you sneak somebody like that, you should be dogging them out, okay? Like I said, I'm not going to discredit the sneak, but the sneak, it was a cute little get back, okay? But what happened after that? So they tussle, and honestly, it wasn't even all that. To me, it was a tie. Security broke it up with no hesitation. But like I said, I get both sides. Fauna threw something first, knowing Bit Less could not get to her. But at the same time, I just feel like it's just a big ass domino effect of, actions and reactions. Like, Bit Less came into the club being messy popping, and Fauna cracked her with the fan. Then Fauna cracked her with the fan, which made Summer throw a drink on her. And Summer threw the drink on her, which made Fauna sneak her the next day. It's like, it's just a big domino domino effect. Like, so I feel like nobody in this situation is innocent. Like, I feel like they all did something that caused some type of reaction from somebody else. Fauna tried to lie and say that she didn't throw anything first. Babe, it's on camera. I don't understand why y'all lie about shit that's on camera. Oh my God. Anyways, girl, you threw the fan because Lex was being messy. Girl, just say that and stand on that. Lex came into the club being messy because she was mad about the fight. You know what I'm saying? She was mad about the fight. And she wouldn't leave you the fuck alone. She was popping it real big in the club, knowing y'all had to work and you were irritated. You're not a punk, so you cracked her with the fan. I don't understand what's so bad about just saying that. But in the midst of all of this, it's just a bunch of chaos. Like, she did it, he did it, she started it. Oh, that girl, he say, she say, girl. Big Lex chimed in, Rolly did too, and then Fauna admitted that she threw the fan first, okay? The whole thing is just annoying. They need to realize that their actions, words, and everything that they do will have some type of reaction, especially if somebody feels like you're trying to punk them, or especially if somebody feel like you're trying to, you know, provoke them. Nobody's, especially on a show like this, nobody is going to sit back and get provoked and just not do anything. Lex, none of you guys are innocent. Lex, you got on a mic popping shit for no reason, trying to start stuff, okay? You were being messy, and you tried to little girl Fauna and the other girls, so you got cracked with the fan. Don't act innocent now. Fauna, okay? You made Big Lex tongue kiss the fan. You threw the fan at Big Lex, so Summer has you swimming in alcohol. Don't act innocent. Summer, you threw the drink on Fauna when she did not expect it at all. Okay, you threw the drink on Fauna, so now Fauna snuck you, knocked your head off your shoulders, and made your drink go on you when you didn't expect it. Stop acting innocent. I blame Big Lex. None of this would be happening if Big Lex would have just calmed the hell down. Okay, if she would have separated the fighting and the personal shit from business, if she would have just went in there and been professional and not been messy, none of this shit would be happening right now. Child, when Fauna knocked the drink out of Summer's hand, the drink not only went on Summer, but it also went on Choco Brown as well. Choco Brown said her eyes been hurting, girl, she can't see. It is just a mess. So now everyone is trying to figure out what's wrong, who did what first, who started what first. Fauna, you know, Fauna is saying how she doesn't provoke any of them, and I feel like for the most part that is true. For the most part, that is true. This whole beef wouldn't even be a thing had Summer and Dolly shut the fuck up at the beginning of the season and not been on no hating ass shit with them, trying to worry about who's a trio coming into the show. And that situation was 100% provoked by them, okay? In the club, that situation was 100% provoked by Big Lex, like Fauna said. Okay, I feel like for the most part, the pretty three, K-Rican, KK, and Fauna, I feel like they be chilling. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they do be doing shit that the big three be doing sometimes, but y'all not ready for that conversation. But for the most part, big three are the ones that be starting it. Fauna, you also had your messy moments too, girl. You have, girl, that one time when LCK was getting jumped and ganged up on by your crew, Big Legs broke it up, and you know, before swinging on anybody, before being messy, she told you to get your friend, and you knocked her head off her shoulders because she was trying to stop Elsie from getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like nobody on this show is innocent. Like I said, the big three is definitely, they're more problematic than the pretty three. We understand that, but nobody on the show is innocent, okay? But at the same time, I genuinely understand Fauna's frustration. I really do. Y'all are always picking on them. Y'all steady picking on them. Y'all steady provoking them. Y'all won't leave them the fuck alone. If you want to compare how much Fauna, Co-Killer, and K-Rican starts with the big three versus how much the big three provokes and starts with them, baby, it's not even a comparison. Nobody's innocent, but the big three definitely provokes them more, especially Dolly and Summer. Okay, so Rolly doing Natalie's job again because Natalie is a sorry ass excuse of an EP and doesn't hold anybody accountable. Well, I mean, she be holding people accountable, but there's no consequence for anything. So Rolly says they need to start being penalized for starting shit, provoking shit, and, you know, fighting in the club while they're working. And I completely agree. It's not fair. If y'all are out working, why are y'all starting issues? Why are you being unprofessional when y'all have all day and night to fight? Literally in fields, at the house, y'all have all day to fight. And you choose to start shit in the club where y'all know y'all fans are coming out to see y'all, and y'all know you guys are in public and supposed to be working, getting a bag, and you're fucking it up, and you're in another country. another country, in another continent. Baby, you're not even, so you just, I feel like they should definitely be penalized, and I don't understand why they don't get penalized. Penalize them. That's the problem. They break the rules in confidence because they know that there is no real consequence. Here go Dolly off to the side, popping it, telling bitches to get in the field. Shut up, ho. Shut up, ho. You have not been in the field in how long? Because of your hand, right? And we're about to get on this hoe too. You scary ass hoe. You're scary. What are we talking about? I'm tired of giving Dolly grace, and I always say I be trying to give Dolly her props. Oh, Dolly do run her phase. Dolly ran it with Tasiki. Dolly ran it with Ivory multiple times. I feel like Dolly even whooped on Ivory one time. You know what I'm saying? But you're a picky choosy hoe. You're picky choosy. You're scary. You pick and choose when you want to be injured. I saw you take that wrap off your hand. What happened to your hand? Girl, Ivory ain't even get on the plane yet. Girl, Ivory probably ain't even packed her shit yet, and you just couldn't wait to jump on the opportunity to pop your shit and start fighting. You scary ass hoe. I don't care what nobody says. You cannot convince me that Dolly is not scary. And yes, I already held Ivory accountable, ho, because if you really wanted that, if you really needed that, you should have ran up on that bitch. Because obviously, you spared her this entire time. You spared her this entire time, not running up on her, not going across her shit. And as soon as you leave, here she go on the BS. You should have got that hoe. And that's why I said what I said. If you really wanted that, you should have got this hoe. You should have got this hoe, because look what she doing now. She couldn't wait until Ivory left. Ivory literally called her out at the beginning when it was still daylight and they were first pulling up to the horseback riding. Ivory called you out again for a fade, and you still did not want that. You still didn't need that. But you doing the most now though. Oh yeah, we finna get on this hoe later. Anyways, like I said, penalize them. This is why they continue to break rules, and they're going to keep breaking rules because they have no consequence for their actions. And that's just that. That is just that. So like I said, Dolly is off to the side, popping it the entire time as if this hoe has been, like Coke Killer said, been tucking her tail and copping please for the past few episodes. Shut up, ho. We don't want to hear nothing that you gotta say. We don't want to hear nothing, okay? So Fauna and Lex are having a conversation, and Scotty butts in again. Girl, okay, so this is my thing, right? I don't understand what y'all don't see about the whole Scotty and Big Lex thing. Like, I agree that Big Lex can definitely do the most. Big Lex is one of the biggest hypocrites on the fucking show. I can call Big Lex out for her bullshit, right? But y'all don't want to call Scotty out for hers. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, so we're really not going to admit that Scotty picks at Lex. And like I said, the more we go on with this, I'm starting to feel less and less bad. Well, I never really felt bad for Lex, but it's annoying what Scotty is doing. But then I realize Scotty is not doing shit to Big Lex that Big Lex has not already done to somebody else. Literally. You know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't make it any less annoying. Girl, shut the fuck up. Nobody's talking to you. The situation has nothing to do with you. And then you already know that she don't like you. So again, it comes off like she's provoking Big Lex. But like I said, I just feel like they're honestly both hypocrites. Like, I don't feel bad for Big Lex that Scotty is like butting in her conversation and not minding her business, because Big Lex also does not mind her business. But at the same time, it's still annoying. Like, the same way that we get irritated when Summer literally butts into other people's conversations and inserts herself into other people's. It's the same thing. Y'all just pick and choose who y'all get irritated with when they do it. All y'all hoes don't know how to mind y'all business, but the minute somebody do it to y'all, y'all get upset. Big Lex, you did the same thing to Tavy. Matter of fact, this conversation that Scotty butted into and didn't mind hers with, this whole conversation was because you went up to Fauna and said, girl, the whole thing is just like, I'm trying to think about what I want to say. Like, so I get both sides. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Scotty was clocking her down because, bitch, why are you so worried about what Fauna is doing? Just like with the whole Tavy thing. Why are you worried that Tavy is talking to Fauna? Whether she fought Fauna or not, whatever they worked out behind the scenes, why are you worried? Why are you worried that Tavy is talking to Fauna? That has nothing to do with you. I feel like there has been way too many instances where Big Lex did not mind her business. She's asking questions. You don't like Fauna, right? You don't like Fauna. You do not like her. You don't like her. You fought her multiple times, whooped on her multiple times. Why are you questioning her as to why she's not wearing her motherfucking chain? So again, it's annoying because I feel like Scotty butts in Big Lex's business, and then when Big Lex says something to her, it's like, oh, why you got my name in your mouth and you're always worried about me and you always want to fight me. But it's like, no, bitch, you literally just keep butting yourself into everybody's business. But at the same time, baby, I'm not going to take away from what Scotty said. Scotty clocked her. If you don't like Fauna, like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand any of their thought processes, by the way. Like, I really don't. I really think that some of y'all are slow. Like, if you do not like Fauna, who are you to question her about why she's not wearing her chain? It literally makes no sense. It makes no sense. That makes no sense. Big Lex, who was telling Fauna, oh, I came up to you to ask you why you ain't wearing your chain. Why do you give a damn if she's wearing her chain or not? So what? Why would she wear her chain around y'all hating ass bitches? Dolly literally stole Tavy's chain and refused to give it back for days. This season, y'all bitches are going in purses, stealing watches, stealing and keeping chains. Why would she parade her chain around? And you know what? It don't even matter. That don't even matter. Why are you questioning her? She don't owe you nothing. She does not owe you no type of explanation. So I feel like what Scotty said was definitely true though. Scotty clocked her. Scotty clocked her. Why are you worried? She's a hypocrite. Big Lex is a big ass hypocrite. Like, I don't know. I just feel like no. I feel like nobody's likable. Like, I'm sorry. I don't really think anybody's really likable on this show. Like, I mean, a few people are likable, but like none of them are innocent. They're all annoying. Like Scotty, again, like you're steady in her business, and then if she steals off in your shit again and she sneaks you, pops you, do anything, you're gonna be upset and you're gonna be playing victim. It makes no sense. Big Lex, why are you questioning somebody else again? So why? But it's like Big Lex also. Why are you even getting mad at Scotty? Why are you getting mad at Scotty for butting into your business when you're in Fauna's business about her fucking chain? So it's like I can't even feel bad for you for real, because you're telling another bitch to butt out your business while you're in somebody else's business. It doesn't make any sense. Scotty, you're steady butting into somebody else's business, but you done kicked Summer across the balcony, almost threw her off the balcony, jumped and tag teamed her last season in Hawaii because she was all up in your business. I'm just confused. I feel like you guys I feel like y'all have these values and principles, but y'all don't stand on what y'all don't practice what y'all preach. Any of you guys. All of you guys are hypocrites. Scotty and Big Lex are both a hypocrite in their own way. I do not care. Like, they both need to be called out at this point because it's ridiculous. Like, y'all do shit to other people that y'all don't want other people to do to you. It makes no sense. Which, again, the whole ripping Big Lex's wig thing was a joke. It was a joke. And we're going to get into that too. Like, you guys will watch y'all friends do fucked up shit to people, but when it's done to you, now it's just this big ass issue. It's just real hard to feel bad for y'all sometimes. I don't know. But anyways, girl, child, it's a mess. So Fauna and Big Lex are talking. They're into it a little bit. Scotty butts in. It's annoying. It is annoying because it's like, damn, this is a conversation between two people. Why are you butting into the conversation? But what Scotty was saying, I'm not going to take that away from her. She was clocking Lex. Like, what she was saying was true. Like, why are you worried? That's weird. You don't even like her. Like, it's the truth. Like, I feel two ways. Like, it's annoying, but like, what Scotty was saying was completely true. What are you so worried for? That don't make no sense. And then you're getting mad at Scotty for being in your business, but you're literally in Fauna's business, girl. But like I said, I am not just gonna ignore the fact that you guys claim that Big Lex is obsessed with Scotty and that Big Lex always has Scotty's name in her mouth, when it's the other way around. Big Lex don't even be addressing Scotty. Big Lex be talking to she be talking to a whole other person, and Scotty always finds her way into the conversation. I don't understand. You guys don't have to like Big Lex. Me, I said it myself. Big Lex is starting to, girl, she's starting to piss me off. I'm not gonna lie. She's starting to blow me. But I can call Big Lex out on her shit. And I can also say, like, yeah, you know, Scotty is, you know, she is butting into the conversation. Like, she is low-key provoking her. And, like, trying to irritate her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can admit both. Like, y'all are biased. You guys cannot admit that Scotty be starting with her first. Like, Scotty will literally start with Big Lex, and then you guys will still turn around and call Big Lex obsessed with Scotty, when Big Lex don't even be worried about Scotty. She don't even be talking to her. Girl! Moral of the story, Scotty and Big Lex are both hypocrites. Especially Big Lex. Especially her. Okay? Both of them do not know how to mind their business, but when somebody else gets in their business, they get upset and want to fight. Okay? But like I said, girl, Scotty was speaking facts. If you don't like her, if you don't give up about her, why are you asking her something like that? That has nothing to do with you. Who are you to question her? Okay? But Big Lex don't gotta answer Scotty either. Who are you? Okay? Fauna, they're all annoying. I'm not gonna lie. They're all irritating. But I'm not gonna lie, Big Lex really blew me this episode. Like, Big Lex is still playing victim with the mic thing. You started it, and you're acting like Fauna is wrong for not bowing down to you. Like, that's what you wanted. You got on a mic popping shit. You wanted Fauna to get on her knees and bow down to you and just sit there and take it. That's what you wanted. Like, but you sitting here trying to play victim because Fauna threw the fan, but you literally provoked her first. And then when Natalie called Big Lex out for starting it, Big Lex is like, okay, so what? I started it, so who gonna finish it? You're a hypocrite. Like, you're problematic this season. You're a hypocrite. And annoying. Like, that's just that. Like, I don't know. Like, you literally say one thing and then backtrack and then play victim. Like, I just cannot. Like, and then Big Lex had the nerve to be like, oh, well, what did Big Lex say? Oh, well, if somebody's popping it at me on the mic, like, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna. But last season, when Ivory was popping it on the mic after y'all had got into it, and Ivory was like, yeah, this is my city, but they were in Big Lex's state city, whatever, right? Ivory popping it on a mic, not even directly talking to you the way you were directly talking to them, not even being as antagonistic as you were this season. Ivory simply was like, yeah, this is my city, Big Ivory, da 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 da. And the next day you confront Ivory about her saying that it's like, well, is it? Well, this is, well, you know that I'm from here and this is my city, so like, you said it was your city, but it's my city. Girl, shut the girl. Okay, but you don't get mad about what the girl say on the mic, right? Girl, please. Girl, please. You provoked her. You started it. You were being messy. Just stand on the fact that you were being messy. And then, like I said, then when Natalie called her out about it, then it's like, oh, well, I started it, so who gonna finish it? Girl, I just cannot, girl. So after this, after she basically said that, Fauna is like, is this your definition of a baddie? And I agree with her. Like, okay, I know the point of the show is to squabble and get into it and all that, but Fauna ate her up. Like, is this your entire personality? Like, is this all you have to bring to the show? Like, let me stop though, because I'm not gonna lie, the big three, they're messy and they're bringing the drama, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand what they're doing and I'm not gonna take that away from them, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the big three has made every single episode has been about all of them, or at least one or two of them. Okay, so they're doing their thing drama wise, but I understand what Fauna is saying too. Like, is that all you can bring? Like, do you not have a personality outside of doing all of this? I get what she was saying. I understand what she was saying. Every single time somebody asks Big Lex a question, she's like, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'm like, girl, I don't know. So anyways, like I said, Fauna said that, you know what I'm saying, like, do you feel like that makes you a baddie? Da 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 da. Like, what? Do you feel like that makes you a baddie? Big Lex said it don't matter. Fauna ended up, honestly, I feel like this fight wasn't really all that. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Fauna is getting better when it comes to like handling Big Lex, but I still don't think that Fauna won. Like, I seen comments saying that it was a tie and Fauna won. Like, I feel like when they were standing up, Fauna literally connected one hit. She connected one hit when they were standing up, and that was the second swing. The second swing connected to Big Lex's cheek. But other than that, nothing else really connected. But Big Lex wasn't getting Fauna like that either, because Big Lex has long ass arms. So, you know, she really got to back it up and dump it. Like, for Big Lex to really get you, she got to stay at a distance. You know what I'm saying? While y'all standing up. Okay, so while they standing up, you know, Fauna is in her shit. So Big Lex is not really doing much. But they ended up on the ground, and Big Lex was she was getting Fauna. So if we're gonna go based off of how many hits connected, Big Lex got that. Like, but the fight really was not all that. I'm sorry, it really wasn't. So while they're getting into it, Miss Jump-a-Ho Summer, y'all know one thing about it, girl. Summer loves a good jump, girl. Summer is going to jump, okay? So Summer starts running towards Big Lex and Fauna's fight while they're on the ground, about to get broken up or whatever. So they're into it, squabbling on the ground. Summer, you know, she walks up on the fight. Of course, Summer is known for jumping into her friends' fights. So K-Rican put that hoe on the floor. I'm not gonna lie, I did live for this though. I did. I lived for it, because girl, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? You're not jumping nobody. You're not getting into it, girl. You're not going to get a lick in. You're not going to get nothing. Especially when before this, you just said that your hand hurts and that you're going to catch Fauna in the morning. And y'all already agreed that you guys were going to run it back in the morning. Why are you so close to the fight? What are you trying to do? Yeah, so I definitely understand. And I commend K-Rican for putting that hoe on the floor. Girl, she put you on the floor. That's just that. So Tavy and Big Lex start having words, and Tavy tells Big Lex that her pride was hurt the day before because Big Lex was out of pocket doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't know. This ain't really going nowhere. They didn't get into it. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But, yeah. So Tavy starts saying that Big Lex got the best of her when she was drunk. And it's like, no, girl, drunk, sober, Lex whoops you every single time. The very last fight that y'all had, you did a lot better. That was your best fight of the season. That was the best fight of the episode. I'm not going to take that away from Tavy. Tavy definitely did a lot better. But, baby, drunk, sober, girl, she whoops you every single time. So I don't even, girl. In the midst of everything, Big Lex continues to gaslight Fauna and be a hypocrite, because she knows that if anybody did that to her, she would be on 10 too. She's trying to make it seem like Fauna is the bad guy and the villain for throwing the fan on her, as if she literally did not start with Fauna first. It's just ridiculous. Like the hypocrisy is insane, and it's so frustrating, because it's like you're really trying to sit here and play victim and gaslight as if you would not have done the same thing. I just cannot. And what makes y'all even bigger hypocrite is that y'all played, like last season, right, when they were new, Big Lex, Summer, Dolly, they swore up and down that the OGs were so stuck up and they didn't try to get to know them, and the OGs were this, and they were these big bad villains that just picked on them, and it just wasn't fair. But it's like y'all went to, and I agree with them, you know, I thought that the OGs were, but it's like y'all make them look nice. Like y'all came on this season and showed y'all entire ass was 10 times worse than the OGs in the previous season. And shout out to Fauna for, you know, like, I'm not gonna give nobody, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Fauna. Like, I'm gonna just say that, shout out to Fauna, because like I said, Big Lex really thought that Fauna was just supposed to sit there and take it. Like, you really thought that she was supposed to sit there, take it, wasn't supposed to do or say nothing to you. She was just supposed to let you sit there, pop it on the mic and punk you and not do nothing. So shout out to Fauna for doing what she did and standing on business after that. Like, because girl, who you think you punking? Girl, everybody get on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, K-Rican made sure that Summer got back, put Summer right on that flow, had Summer tongue kissing the flow, back your ass up, ho. K-Rican had her on the floor and got to squabbling with a girl out of nowhere, unprovoked. Dolly picks up Horse Dookie. I'm talking about Horse Dookie. and smacks K Cold Killer across the face with it. And got the beating her up. Out of nowhere. This, like, the entire thing was crazy. Like, it's one thing, mind you, her hand, right? It's one thing if, like, Cold Killer was like, you know, she came up to, like, Bad Dolly popping it. You know what I'm saying? Then Bad Dolly has no choice but to defend herself. But it's like, you're supposed to be injured. What happened? Like I said, Ivory isn't even on the plane yet, boo. Ivory isn't on the plane. Ivory probably ain't even packed her stuff, girl. Ivory's probably not even out of Africa yet, and here you are. The moment she leaves, here you go. Here you go. It's just, I don't even need to say anything about this because y'all know how it looks. Whether you like Dolly or not, the fact that Ivory just confronted her a couple hours before that at the same place. And Dolly still ducked it, tucked her tail, and copped a plea with her. But as soon as she left, that tells me everything I needed to know. And like I said, if you really had an issue with those girls, you could have been got them. But no, while Ivory was there, you purposely waited to fight them because you knew that if you would have fight them, you would have had to see her next. You knew what you were doing. You're picky choosy. You're picky choosy. So like I said, out of nowhere, Dolly picks up Horse Dookie, smacks Cold Killer across the face with the girl, and got to beating her up. Okay? She picky choosy. Where was this energy with Ivory? Ivory just called you out 10 minutes ago before she left, and you're just now that she left, you're just feeling extra bold now. Girl, child, it was just nasty. It was trifling. Like I said, these girls are too deep in the trenches for me. Girl, because I'm sorry, girl. That is just nasty, girl. Horse Dookie, child. And actually, like, got her, like, smushed it on her face. Like, that is just disgusting. Oh, my goodness. So now Summer don't give a damn about her hand. And now she is calling out K-Rican. And she wants K-Rican's head bad for, you know, putting her hands on her. So Scotty is trying to point out the dookie on the floor so no one steps in it, you know. She doesn't realize that these steps, you know, she doesn't realize that these girls don't care. Scotty trying to point it out like Summer, hey, don't step in this, don't step in it. She don't even realize that Summer is a trench trifling her. Okay? And I said what I said. She that's what she don't realize. Baby, it is the least of their concerns. I promise you, they do not care about that Horse Dookie. So K-Rican don't want to go over there because there's Horse Dookie everywhere. So Summer was like, oh, okay. So the Horse Dookie is stopping you from running up. So let me bring it to you. She literally picked it up with her bare hands. And that's exactly what she did. Picked up the Horse Dookie with her bare hands and threw it on everyone. But she hit her target, K-Rican, threw it all over her, and then beat her up, had her swimming. It was just a mess, okay? I'm just saying, do the Horse Dookie give y'all, like, superpowers or something? Like, I don't know. Like, Summer keeps picking it up. She picks it up and throws it over and over and over again. I'm just like, y'all are nasty. So now Cold Killer, right? Cold Killer is livid. I'll be mad too. They just made her take a bath in Horse Dookie. Like, I'll be irritated too. And security want to hold her back after they just did what they did. Girl, please. Okay. So Summer is telling her not to scoop that low. But Cold Killer in her confessionals is like, girl, I'm a trench too. I'm on that too. Girl, she picked it up. She not only picked it up. See, Summer and Dolly, they picked it up and threw it right away. Cold Killer picked up the dookie and walked around with it for like 5 minutes before she found Dolly and cracked her with it too. I'm like, something is wrong with y'all. Like, y'all got problems. I'm not going to lie. Too deep in the trenches for me. Like, it was just embarrassing. I just know they was stinking. I just don't think that I will ever be that mad to the point where I gotta pick up, like, that is just nasty. Like, oh my God. So girl, so she picks it up and she looks for Dolly holding it. I'm like, girl, you guys are insane and you're patient, because why are you walking around slowly looking for Dolly holding it in your hand? Girl. So K-Rican runs up on Summer and then they're fighting, and then Dolly runs up on K-Rican as she's fighting Summer. So again, so much energy for the girls that you know that cannot fight. It's sick, okay? If you defend Dolly after this, I'm just gonna assume that you're a picky, choosy, scary hoe too. That's what I'm gonna assume, because you cannot, even if you like Dolly and you want to defend her, you cannot deny the fact that Dolly waited until Ivory was gone to do the most. So like I said, Dolly attacks K-Rican and then gets snatched up by security immediately, okay? KK runs up and throws the dookie all in Dolly's face, and Dolly is laughing. I told y'all, they nasty asses don't care. They don't care. She laughing. KK threw the dookie in her face and she's laughing. Girl. So the hands that Dolly just used to pick up dookie with, she's now rubbing it all over her face, cleaning herself, or so-called cleaning herself with ice and water. Girl, that is horse dookie all over you, and you're talking about like, oh, it's not a big deal, I can just clean it off with ice and water. Girl, you are nasty, girl. Like, I know you from the country, but I don't know, I got some family from the country too. They know, girl, you tried to use the fact that you're country to try to disguise the fact that you're nasty. No ma'am. No ma'am. That's just nasty. That's not country, that's nasty. Big three, they're the show, child. They're the show. They're nasty, they're trifling, they're hypocrites, but they're the show. Like, I just don't know. Like, it's just a mess. Everybody is disgusted. They're starting to go back to the sprinters. But then Big Lex calls out Tavy. Okay, she's talking to Tavy. She did not say Scotty's name. She did not mention Scotty again. Another instance where Big Lex is leaving Scotty alone, not talking to her, not bullying her, not being obsessed with her, didn't say anything to Scotty. And Scotty makes herself look stupid by addressing Lex when Lex didn't say anything about you. She was talking about Tavy. Like, Big Lex was talking about Tavy. She literally said Tavy's name over and over and over and over and over again. Tavy is the one that kept saying, "Where's Fauna? Where's Fauna? Where's Fauna?" At that moment, Tavy was saying, "Where's Fauna?" And then Big Lex said, "What the you looking for Fauna for? Girl, come here, run me that. I want to get the fade over. You know what I'm saying? I want to chill for the next few days. Come run me that." She was addressing Tavy. She said nothing to Scotty. But here Scotty is again. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how y'all can't do it, but I can call Big Lex out on her BS, but also admit the fact that Scotty be picking. She be picking. So of course, now you guys done got into it. You keep butting yourself into her business. You keep talking to her. You keep talking about her. So now you're like, who is she talking to? And Big Lex is already mad. She already don't like you. So of course she's gonna be like, you hoe what? Like, what you saying who she talking to? Like, you about to come over here and do something, but you didn't. So it's just like, girl, shut up, shut up. And then when she calls you out for a fade, it's, oh, I'm too to fight you. I'm too to fight you. I'm not finna fight you. I'm not finna entertain you. But you keep entertaining her. Whenever it has anything to do with arguing with Big Lex, you are entertaining her, literally. Like, you're entertaining her. Like, but then when she call you out, you keep picking. But when she call you out for a fade, you don't want it. You don't want it. And Scotty did fight her. But I'm just saying, like, if you're not gonna fight her today, shut up. Like, you cannot keep talking and keep popping crazy out your mouth, and then when she call you out for a fade, you right on that sprinter van. You right on that sprinter van. You're not running no fades. Girl, shut up. Like, you're doing it to provoke her. Like you're doing it to provoke her. Like, the only thing that irritates me about this situation, because like I said, it's hard to feel bad for Lex, because again, Scotty is not doing anything to Big Lex that Big Lex has not already done to anybody else. Okay, you know, if anything, it could be karma. I don't know. Like, you're just getting the same energy thrown back at you. You know what I'm saying? But the irritating thing about it, and why I get so irritated with Scotty, is because Scotty will do this over and over and over again. But then when somebody calls her out for a fade, it's, oh, you always want to fight me. You always got my name in your mouth. Like, why do you keep saying that she always has your name in her mouth when she wasn't even addressing you? Half of the time, she doesn't even address you. The only time where Big Lex actively said Scotty's name was during the Baddy Shot O'Clock card game. That was the only time, and that was because she was answering a question. But outside of that, Big Lex has not said Scotty's name. And if you say she has outside of that game, you're a liar. Okay? So you keep painting this picture like she's obsessed with you and like she just don't like you for no reason, but you keep running your mouth like, of course she's not gonna like you, duh. Just like how when Summer did it to you, you didn't like her, girl. You almost kicked her off the balcony and jumped her and tag teamed her. Please. It's just the hypocrisy for me, and it's like the setting up the narrative and like trying to paint this narrative like somebody is obsessed with you and like somebody is like this big bad bully when you are in fact inserting yourself into her business. That's the only thing that irritates me about it. Like, just say, I don't like you, I'm gonna keep inserting, I'm gonna say whatever I want, I'm gonna insert, you know what I'm saying? But then you insert yourself, and then when she want to fight, it's, oh, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm too cute to fight you. I'm too this to fight you. I'm too that to fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. You're obsessed with me. You always got my name in your mouth. Girl, please. I just cannot. With the narrative painting. And then her fans take it and run with it. Like, girl, please. Now she's calling you out to fight because, again, you keep picking and you've been picking, but now you don't want to. So if that's the case, then shut up. She was not talking to Scotty. But since you want to talk, yeah, matter of fact, you've been talking, you can come over here too. But then y'all try to paint this picture like Big Lex is obsessed with her, when Big Lex in reality, actually, she leaves Scotty alone. She don't address Scotty, barely. She barely does. Scotty is the one that always addresses her first. So Big Lex ends up going up to the sprinter, and then she calls out Tavy to fight. She wants to fight Tavy again. Mind you, she's calling out Tavy. She's not saying nothing to Scotty. She's not bothering Scotty. But Scotty pokes her head. I'm not gonna lie, this part was funny. Scotty pokes her head out of the sprinter van and starts popping it. You know, she starts popping her shit. At this point, she's trolling and rage baiting Big Lex, and Big Lex falls for it every time, girl. If I was just Big Lex, at this point, whatever I do to you is what I do to you, and I don't want to hear no crying, no nothing after I do what I do. I'm not even finna keep arguing with you at this point, because by Big Lex getting mad, veins popping out her neck, foaming at the mouth, getting so upset about what Scotty has to say, it just makes her look bad, and it makes her look pressed, and it makes her look obsessed. Even though I don't know how she looks obsessed to y'all when Scotty keeps talking to her first. However, it's just like, so at this point, I don't know. You just might have to get her. Like, there's no point in even continuing to argue with Scotty. And you're calling Scotty out for a fair fade, and she's ducking, and she's literally saying, oh, I'm too cute to fight you. But you telling her that you're too cute to fight her, but every chance you get, you're popping it to her. It just don't. Your energy and what she wants to do don't match. Like, it just don't match. You ducking her whenever she call you out this episode, but you popping your head out the van and popping it and calling her all out her name and stuff like that. It just don't match. But her trolling Lex was funny, because it's just like, Lex, like, I would just let it go. Like, okay, I got you. You not only keep popping it, but you won't mind your business. You keep inserting yourself into my business. But then when I call you out for a fade, you want to duck. Say no more. There's no point in even saying anything after that, because at this point, she's rage baiting you. She's rage baiting you purposely so you can get mad to the point where you want to fight, and then she can duck the fade. There's no point in continuing to argue with Scotty. Like I said, whatever Big Lex does to her beyond this point, I don't want to hear nothing. I really don't. I don't want to hear nothing. Because it's just, at this point, it's literally no point in arguing with her. There's no point. Okay? So, baby, it gets to the point where it's really, I think it was Tavy and Scotty. They are ripping Big Lex's wig. So, again, you're doing shit like this, but you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight, though. It just don't make sense. But at the same time, it's hard to feel bad for Big Lex, too. It really is. It's hard to feel bad for Big Lex. Big Lex is, I don't know. She's begging for her wig. She crying. She mad. She foaming at the mouth. It almost reminds me of the time when her friend stole Tavy's belongings and then she condoned it. Matter of fact, when Tavy asked for her stuff back, she beat Tavy up for it. When Tavy, mind you, again, The shit that Scotty is doing to Big Lex also does to other people. Tavy came into that situation simply just wanting her chain back from Dolly, and you stood up. It had nothing to do with you, and you fought her when she just wanted her chain back. You know, so it's like, I don't know. It sucks that it gets to the point where people's belongings are being messed with and stolen. But it's also hard to feel bad for Big Lex because she condones it when her friends do it. Again, you cannot have these principles and values, but then you're friends with girls who go against every single thing that you supposedly stand for. So when it's done to you, you're in the van crying like a little baby, like a little crybaby. But it was never a problem when Dolly and Summer stole Pretty P's watch and threw it in the pond, right? It was never a problem when Summer stole and ripped how many wigs? Girl, the Baddies Midwest girl, Summer was the wig bandit, ho. She wasn't only snatching wigs, but she was actually stealing them and you know what I'm saying, putting them on top of her head and this, that, and the third. Like, it was never a problem then. It wasn't a problem when Dolly stole Tavy's chain and kept it and refused to give it back. It was never a problem then. You condoned it. Matter of fact, you stood 10 toes. You stood 10 toes down behind your friends when they were doing stuff like that. So again, it's just hard to feel bad for her. It's hard. I'm sorry. Stop being such a hypocrite. Like, I hate that they did that, and like I said, I hate that it gets to that point where you guys are now destroying somebody's personal belongings. It's not okay. But how can I feel bad for you when you condone it yourself? You think it's cute when your friends do it. You don't do it yourself, which I understand what she was saying. Like, you know, I respect people's stuff. You're right. But your friends do it, and you stand 10 toes. You not only condone it, which is like, okay, whatever. They're grown-ass women. You can't tell them what they can and cannot do. But you stand 10 toes behind them when they do it. So now it's being done to you. So yeah, I don't know. Now the shoe is on the other foot, and it don't feel so good, do it? It don't feel good. It don't feel good. And then they're antagonizing her too. They not only ripped her wig, but they're antagonizing her. Scotty got her head all out the window, laughing at her, calling her out her name, telling her welcome to Baddies, doing all that, and then turn around and say she don't want to fight. But you know, the whole thing was just insane. Big Lex is turning up and crashing out about that wig. Big Lex wants everybody who had a hand in that, okay? Fauna said that KK was back there stank. That was funny. But the house is obviously divided. Bad Dolly says that she was going to tell Rolly about herself, so child, that'll be interesting, and we're going to see if Dolly actually stands on business. She said, I got to tell Rolly something about herself. Girl, we're going to see if you're going to actually do that, though. So Scotty, Natalie, and Rolly meet up and have a conversation before the girls return to the house. The girls return to the house, and Natalie tells them that they're going to give back to the kids the following day, and the club booking is canceled. Okay, so Big Lex wants to know who is responsible for her wig being ripped, and this is my thing. You guys were again, I don't feel bad for Big Lex too much, but obviously I understand her anger. So when Big Lex is asking y'all who did it, I really just cannot understand why nobody's speaking up. You guys were bold enough to do it. How come she's confronting y'all and none of you guys are owning up? I just don't know. I'm not gonna lie, girl. She addresses the girls and tells them that she needs that. She walks away, she crying, she's still mad, she yelling. Girl, Summer about to get her teeth fixed, and that is where the episode ended.